Greetings, protagonist.
Just call me the Nameless.
Technically, everyone is the protagonist of their own story. But you are different. You are the protagonist of the Fluffy Across the Blue, aren't you? Galactic baseball raccoon? You do not really look like a raccoon. I forgot to introduce myself. You can call me Evanessia. Great seeing you. The first supplicant wearing a mask has appeared. The Phantom Moon Games will soon begin. Do not be afraid. Just think of me as part of the audience. A bit of experience. Just like someone who has read enough comics can get superpowered battles and schoolyard romances. Do you seriously mean you've never read it? It is inspired by the adventures of the Astral Express, telling the tale of cute little animals riding a train across the cosmos. Of course, this is plain Arcadia. You are such a curious one. You were fleeing for your life and still, since you managed to amuse me for a moment, I will grant you a little aid. You are hiring a killer? The story is meant. I can see it in your eyes, Mr. Raccoon. That resolve is interesting. There will always be foolhardy supplicants donning the mask in these ancient Phantom Moon Games. They would weave schemes to slay monsters descending upon this planet from beyond the sky. Steal the laughter of such entertaining individuals have not appeared for ages. I can lend you a little power, but an equal price is required. You must defeat the enemy who pursued you here within the next day and night. If you fail, you're so... Phantom Moon above, and sacred tree below. Now come, let me make you more of a protagonist. Yes, that's it.
Where's this?
Gray hair, are you all right? Now and then I do odd jobs here. Live streaming is one of them. Sparksy is the name I use to stream online. An avatar that I personally sketched line by line. To keep the streams running, even when I was absent. I breathe... Who would have figured that everything changed after the Phantom Moon turned full? She's nothing more than a basic skin that's desperate for online attention. Don't compare her with me. People offload their wishes and desires to her. And in the end, she too got consumed by these emotions. Once a creation gains a will of its own from the attention of the masses... Can't say I am surprised. It sounds exactly like something I would dream of. And something she would carry out the moment she awoke. Still, It ain't too bad compared to the horrors that unfolded in previous Phantasm Moon. At least you still have friends willing to stand by you. I've been watching you from the start, waiting for the right moment to step in and help. Sadly, you were either with the IPC's people, or with the Department of Aberration Defense. Then you and Darling March wandered right into that school of bad omens. That was when I realized things had slipped out of my hands. So tell me, what happened in that school?
Is this the Mask of Elation that grants entry into the Phantasm Moon games?
What do you think? Call your companions on the Express ASAP. Or, since this is a civilized society, but these matters are obviously far beyond what they can do. They say that no one could restrain the supplicant's actions in the past. Gray hair, you are so naive. You've been to countless... The Phantasm Moon games are nothing less than a ceremony set down by the Master of Elation. Amazing miracles always... Perhaps you have heard this question. If the world's science and technology could leap forward by 100 years at the cost of a single kitten's life, would you... Natural disasters, traffic accidents, sudden illnesses. The number of deaths from such causes in this world could fill a small city. You probably want to ask whether the worth of human lives can truly be calculated in that way. No one knows. Whatever. This is not the time to debate over ethics.
The hour grows late, Miss Pearl. Matters regarding the Express.
Be it the Alliance or the Phantasm Moon games.
Then, I shall take my leave.
How intricate human social interaction models are. My extrapolations still cannot account.
Master, General Yao Guang of the Xianzhou Yuchui is here to see you. Shall we?
No. The Xianzhou will also become a key ally. Only... Conclusion. I don't think I'll be able to keep copying the painting for the rest of today.
I am the Honorary Dean of the Omniscience Sapientia Academe, Master of the Decalite Reflection Barrier, bearer of the Xianzhou's intangible cultural heritage, the Sparrow-Shaped Fist, and the Seer Strategist, General Yao Guang. Thank you for seeing me despite your busy...
For a moment, I nearly mistook your words as a fault.
Few Intellitrons in the cosmos have a sense of humor. I have heard that, like that genius, you are one of the many wonders wrought by the celestial differentiator of planet Scrulum. Meeting you in person far outshines your reputation. Madam Pearl, seeing how you have a calculating look, and with your heart pristine and your outer form so dazzling, I could not help but cast a divination for you.
I have no training in
Then let me speak in terms even an Intellitron can follow. I extrapolated your fortune using the Xianzhou's predictive algorithms. The result is 101111. A sign of great blessing. If you treat others with sincerity,
I have long heard of the Arbiter General's legends. The strategy of General Jing Yuan. The courage of General Fei Xiao. The ingenuity of General Hua Yan. Often, I have wondered, what kind of figures are the Xianzhou generals who remain away from the public eye? Meeting General Yao Guang today, I cannot help but think that, with such beauty, you should step into the light more often.
looks like you've studied the words of the Xianzhou well. You've even learned the art of provocation. You praise the others for their individual and unique talents, yet when it comes to me, the only thing you have...
Do not misunderstand me, General. To me, besides, intel on you is truly scarce. But what I do know is, the Yuchui is the think tank of the Xianzhou ships, and its general is the master of all diviners. So, General, what is your...
This topic is far too great for me to decide on a whim. But as a gift and to complement the respective gaps in our knowledge, allow me first to offer you a piece of vital intelligence. And with it, I ask the IPC to show sincerity beyond empty words.
I do not follow your logic. With the threat of the destruction looming, what need is there for further reasons to...
Set a mighty foe as a common goal. Convince former enemies to turn allies. Then devour them in turn. Such feats are hardly rare in the IPC's annals of glory.
I understand.
It would be better to say we ask the IPC to demonstrate its sincerity. Courtesy demands reciprocity, and the intel I now offer you is both urgent.
Question. What could be more important at this moment than for...
Nanook won't erase the universe in the next few days, but someone else might destroy plain Arcadia within that time. You have heard of Blade, the Stellaron hunter, right?
The IPC has long placed a great bounty on his head, though I have never laid.
The Yuchui recently intercepted a report. Styling himself as Xianzhou's #1 assassin, this man accepted a contract from the Sinwish Syndicate, a local organized violence group. I do not know his exact aim here, but he is a major criminal of the Xianzhou. He is guilty of the 10 unpardonable sins and is a formidable fighter, with few able to match him. As general of the Yuchui, I will take it upon myself to bring him in before he can cause disaster.
This planet, Ahatopia, is part of the pan-cosmic trade system, and Blade is a wanted criminal of the IPC. General Yao Guang, is the sincerity you seek for us to capture this man and deliver?
I hear the Phantom Moon Games are about to begin, with the entire nation awaiting it with bated breath. I imagine you will also find it hard to extract yourself from the festivities. If this cursed man were to quietly depart on his own at this time, would that...
This is my understanding.
Apart from this cooperation, what better proof of sincerity could there be before we join
Deal. What I do not doubt. The might of an Arbiter General. However, I do doubt. By my extrapolations, even without accounting for the guidance of Destiny's slave.
Not even 10%. As a diviner, that's not how I see probability. Even if the chance of success is only a coin toss, once I enter the fray myself, I always treat it as a 100% certainty.
Is that even a question? 100%. Of course. In other words,
Anyone who recognizes my face, I will not let them off even if they hide at the ends of the world. I was willing to make an exception when I was hired by your gang's leader, but I see you folks are not interested in accepting my goodwill.
Not that I don't trust you, but you know the rules of the trade. When you hire someone to do a job, you gotta see what they're made of first.
People say that the Lords of Hell are easy to deal with, but their underlings are the real trouble. If a group's So, since the mighty Sinwish Syndicate gang actually had the guts to hire the Xianzhou's #1 assassin, I guess you are also ready for destruction. Years of wandering have given me nothing but exhaustion, and I have finally come to know how harsh the road of life truly is. Impersonating the Xianzhou's #1 assassin. Madame Yao, you really stuck me with a wonderful task.
Please take great care during this mission, Miss Tingyun. If any misfortune should befall you, I would have no way to answer to your Helmmaster Yukong.
You worry too much, Madame Yao. When I pledged my resolve to Madame Yu, but may I ask?
I cast a divination today. This task lacks the fire element. Without the whistling flick, the place you're heading to.
Do not worry, General.
If you're not afraid of danger, then why have you not set out yet? Shall I read your fortune?
What I fear is that fortune.
Afraid of me?
I've heard many tales about you. That the seer strategist, for the sake of a tiny chance at victory...
Are you afraid that I, the cold-blooded diviner, might...
It's just a bit of my curiosity about you.
No wonder you can make such a bold statement. The gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. They say you survived a Lord Ravager's deadly clutches thanks to luck. But I believe it was...
You flatter me, Madame Yao. If we surpass the gods only in cruelty and heartlessness... Ever since I escaped death, I swore never again to be a pawn for heartless chess players.
I know you're not interested in empty talk, so let's get down to business. For the duration of the delegation's mission, you'll receive 6 times the usual allowance, and all expenses...
Such a generous. I'll head to Dovebrook District, locate the Sinwish Syndicate contact, use the passphrase you gave me to establish contact. If there's nothing more to it...
You're the kind of talent worthy of such a reward. Merchants strive for profitable opportunities.
Looks like my mission bears significant...
When in doubt, open the 3 strategy pouches I entrusted to you. Inside are Go, Xianzhou.
Time to get down to business. Where could the Sinwish Syndicate be hiding? The contact from the Syndicate should stand out.